Welcome to the special meeting of Richardville Town Council. We're gonna start up. Don, would you want to say a prayer for me?
Lord, we ask that you look over this town of Richville, its citizens, especially its children and its first responders, and we ask that you heal the sick and infirmed. All these things we do in your son's name. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Don.
Pledge or not?
Let's do a pledge real quick. I'll start. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This is basically a special meeting to attack two things head on, which is trimming the budget a little, because we found out from the state that we need to trim some, and to have our engineer here, Dave Keyser, talk about the interurban. Since he lives far away, I'm gonna let Dave go first. Dave, you have the floor. Careful, don't fall down. We don't have time. We
Wow,
don't,
You go up to the mic.
never done that before.
we don't have time for paperwork, so don't get hurt.
Sure.
Yeah, you're fine. Take a breath.
Well, thanks for everybody having me up here today. Basically, we had a meeting last week with Donnie and Roger, and to talk about the plans, the final plans, preparation for the interurban interior improvements, and how to proceed from there. Basically, the project is going to be putting in insulation in the ceiling, a new ceiling, bench walls, HVAC, lighting, gas piping, flooring, and just putting in the walls, basically, dry walls for the walls to finish it out. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We do have a $99,000 grant to spend. The total project cost is up to $124,000. So our idea is to, we do not have to go out for public bid on this project since it is less than $150,000 and you are a municipality, but we do have to get 3 quotes. So the idea would be that we would go back to the original contractor that did phase 1 and ask those folks to provide them with the electronic copies of the plans, have them look over it, give them, I think we ought to give everybody about 20 some days to respond back to us, and then we would pick 2 other contractors of the town's preference, if you have a couple of contractors, to give us a quote for the work, and then the town can select the quote that is the lowest responsible bidder. So I guess I'm looking for a action tonight from the council to proceed with the project as described, and to get to allow us to proceed in getting 3 quotes from 3 separate contractors for the work to be completed.
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear how many days you said to allow them to respond.
At least 20 some, I would say, yeah. I don't think we have to go all the way to 30. We are required by law for at least 14 days, but I'd like to meet that somewhere in the middle, like 20 or 25 days, give them enough time to think about it.
Anybody have any questions for Dave?
Just to clear up, that we had approved the plan back, final plan back, a year or so ago, or whatever. And this plan here is the nuts and bolts of what actually is taking place. But I have no other comments to make at this time, other than make a motion that we accept as,
To move forward.
Move forward with phase
with
2.
Phase 2, getting the bids and going from there.
Don made a motion that the town moves forward with phase 2 of the interurban grant.
Thank you.
And that grant is through,
Rural development.
Rural
It's
development.
called the Rural Business Development Grant, RBDG.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
There's a second. We're open for discussion. Go
Ask
ahead,
a
Greg.
question.
Yes, sir.
The
$124,000, the grant is
99,000.
99.
Yeah.
We make up the difference, or?
Yes. Yeah, you guys, your local match on that will be 25,000. That's already been set aside.
Just a crazy question, what if a contractor comes in and bids, like, 99,000, then we don't come up with a,
Yeah, you still have to come up with, you'll still come up with some of the money because
okay,
you still have to come up with some of the money because.
It's 80/20, is it not?
It's 80/20, that's correct, yes.
okay.
And if they
That's-
come.
that's not a crazy
here-
question. That's a good
and-
question.
And Greg, here's another transversely, let me address this too.
I'm always,
No, I get it. If it comes in at 140,000, the town's got two decisions to make. Cut the project back a little bit, or do a change order for the additional.
yeah,
So-
I understand.
But we have this much money to do that much work, and that's it for phase two. So that's where we're at.
Any other
I have none.
discussion? When would you think that work would begin if it was approved?
You mean the bids? When would?
Yeah, the contract.
When would the contractor bids be in?
Next spring, summer,
They
not
would,
during the winter.
we would start them. Yeah, we would
We
start.
would
Yeah,
wait?
we would start them in the winter time on
Okay,
interior.
all right.
I would want to get the bids in probably by the end of September,
Mhm.
early October, somewhere in there, and then
Okay.
give them a notice. And then and then I'll make a recommendation to you. We'll go over their bids, make a recommendation, say this looks like the most responsible bidder, and then I recommend you proceed with this firm. So.
Any other discussion?
Have none.
Then I'll move for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Do you need anything else, Dave?
No, I'm good. Oh, congratulations on the park grant.
Yeah,
Get
I was
federal
gonna
approval.
make a couple comments, but let you make them since you're standing
Um,
there.
yeah, we got federal approval on the, park grant. I gave everybody an email. And then, the next phase is, Megan has to sign some things. The Department of Natural Resources Division of Outdoor Recreation, which is now State Parks, they're preparing the grant agreement, so that'll be coming in. And at that point, you'll be able to start design work on the park.
And would you address your meeting, or,
Yeah,
With
oh yeah,
Mark, with Mark.
thank you. So I talked to Mark Falk, who's head of the redevelopment, the TIF board, I guess you guys call it the TIF board, right? Is that right?
yes,
And we're gonna meet next Wednesday at 11 a.m. to kind of talk about the planning strategies for the next steps for establishing the economic development area and the new TIF district, okay?
so that's finally gonna get rolling. And Dave, we asked Dave to be in charge of helping with that.
And so Mr. Mark was kind enough to meet me here, and we'll get going from there. So,
Anything else, Dave?
no, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good evening, guys.
You too. Greg, there's the final plan right there.
You also have
And
one?
we have a
yeah,
copy
yeah.
in this closet if you ever want to stop and look at it.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck with your budget.
Thank you.
Quick trip.
We'll probably need a little bit of luck. Hopefully it'll be all skill.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
I have a question, Roger.
Yes.
If somebody wanted to go down and take a look at the building inside, is that possible?
I have keys.
Okay.
It needs to be
previous-
scheduled. and-
Yeah, a previous owner asked me about that. They said they'd like to go down and
Susie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Just schedule with Megan so
Okay,
that,
all
so
right.
that me.
I told her, I said,
You're willing to
Megan's got the keys, so,
take them.
all right. I'll
Or you
relay
can take
that.
her and I'll give you keys.
I thought maybe you could take her, but I'll, yeah.
Okay,
Very good. Anything else?
whichever.
Nope.
Along that line?
You're trying to pass that off on to Megan?
Sorta. I'll go, I'll take her down there.
Whichever, it doesn't matter.
Well, you're familiar with the subject anyway. All right, I suggest we move right into the budget area then, I guess. Donna, are you just here to observe?
I am, is that okay? okay.
Yeah, sure, it's
Yeah,
an open,
well,
it's
and
an
I
open
do-
public meeting, I didn't know if you had a
I've been
question.
listening to your meetings.
Do you have a,
They've been going really nice.
Well, they-
You guys look good. And I just throw that on when I'm watching TV.
I just wanna make sure you weren't here to ask a question about
Nope,
something
nope,
or had an
I'm
issue.
just observing.
Very
and
good.
I don't have any issues.
Very good. We'll move ahead then on this budget. Megan has prepared, our clerk has prepared, estimates, and I may defer to her to answer some questions. And she has color-coded some of this and highlighted some of it. I asked her to put this together, something that we would have to go by. She has down our current appropriations, 2026 projected. And that blue area is nothing that is set in stone by any means, but it is a place where she's a good money counter, and she's went through and said, I think possibly
We could take it down to that amount.
take the amount down to that, and then if you follow along, of course, then it'll show the totals of what that might make a difference of. If you're not aware, Megan, you correct me if I misspeak on any of this. I was present, Megan met with state, Judy's all I know her by,
The DLGF.
and she controls our budget for us and helps us with that. And as I understand it, we've been getting into our cash reserve. That's something a lot of people need to learn about, but we have a budget. The money comes from revenue in areas of mostly property tax money. There's alcohol money. There's riverboat money. There's you guys have heard those terms. You know how a budget's put together, where our money comes from. She says we've been into our cash too much, and I think we know that. We don't want to admit it, which means we're spending more than we have coming in, and you can't continue to do that. It was almost as much as 113,000.
Yeah, the amount in the general fund is 113,000
That's our
Yes.
cash reserve.
that we're into our cash reserve if we spend all of our appropriations for 26.
We need to cut, as I understand it, Megan will correct me if I'm wrong, probably about $40,000 out of our budget. I think the talk was if we cut 30 out, that might be good, but we still be spending our reserve, and that's not good.
Last year we spent 30, I can't remember, somewhere around 30,000.
Yeah, so the long story short is, we need to find probably about $40,000 to trim our 26 budget. That's general fund, motor vehicle, highway put together. No, just general fund.
Motor vehicle highway is 15,000 by itself.
Okay,
15,356.
and you did the same thing, showing some possibilities there.
So yeah, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
On this paper that I made colorings all over, each page is a different fund, and it shows you in the green what our cash balance will be at the end of this year.
25,
And then the yellow is what it will be at the end of 26 if we spend all we're asking for and with our revenue and all that put together.
yes.
Property tax cap, levies, all that jazz.
So, and I'll repeat, that blue section is to her best ability of saying, she thinks maybe that would work. She crunches the numbers and
Yeah, that's just my
pays the bills.
thoughts.
It's obviously up to this board to cut where they deem appropriate and necessary. Do you just want to go down through this line item?
Well, we skipped down these here. Let's just go in 113, 114, because I want to talk about town marshal and town deputy. Okay? Cause that's pretty much a given there.
You
Well,
wanna
the
talk,
clerk-
you wanna
the
talk
clerk
about
too,
the numbers or,
yeah, the
or the
numbers.
police?
The numbers,
Numbers, we're just here to talk about numbers.
that's what I'm talking,
Yeah,
that's what
okay,
I'm
I
talking
wanna
about.
make sure.
Well, when we talked last time, we talked about giving the employees, incurring the 3% of their, perf, okay? And then there was talk about do the 2, 3, and then 5%. Well,
That perf number is on here too,
I
Don.
see,
You see, it?
Yeah, I
you
see
see it?
that.
Okay, go ahead.
that perf number, and, anyways, with, if what is actually, my opinion is that this year here in 26, we just mine, not nobody else's, but of course, is to just let that stand at the 3% that we pay into perf for them, and no raise. Because the average is 2.7. So we need to cut budgets. We need to start thinking real hard. And even though our employees are good employees and stuff like that, on the other side of that issue is that we pay some of the best, if not the best, around for insurance premiums where they pay hardly nothing at all. So that's a big plus there. So you look at your employees, what we pay them, plus what we pay for the insurance and things of that nature. And it's a substantial amount of budget for this council. So that would be their 3% for 26. And forego the 3 or 5% raise. That's one way. Or
So basically no raise,
we
but just the perf.
well, they're getting a raise by the
Right,
perf.
but
That's
that's what I'm
3%.
Okay,
Because if you continue at the rate you're going, next year we do the same, which we will do the same thing next year. They automatically got 3% because they're incurring their perf. So then we have to look at that part of the raise then. But if we're going, and I'm looking at it, you want to keep good employees, sure. But also, we're looking at you can't continue to get into your cash. You just can't do it because you won't have no cash. Then what? You got to be realistic. That's my thought on that for our employees.
Megan, in the blue column,
Uh-huh.
the blue column is estimates of what you recommend.
just what I think.
Yeah, okay. And then
Yes.
you go to page 2, and then down at the bottom here, there's $6,000.
Well, you get into motor vehicle highway down there, Fred.
Okay, but, well,
Yes.
okay, it's just,
So where you see the line in the middle and it says 43,500.
yeah,
That's just the difference of what I think from the 26 projection of the line item to the blue column. That's just the difference of that
For
Okay.
general fund.
for the general fund only, and then the 6,000 is MVH only.
okay, all right, okay.
So that's not cutting all that we need to cut, but then again, over on the other side, on the far right of the paper, it says 2025 may not spend. That's just also my thoughts of what we probably won't spend out of those line items. So that would help, but it's not gonna help our budget, but it's still gonna help the overall outcome. And if you don't give raises at all, that'll be another 3,000 added to that 43,500.
Are we still on tap to get the Berrycom services at no cost
Yes,
for the town hall,
they started the install today.
for the community center,
That is coming in the future,
for the
yes.
police station?
Yes.
Do you know where to point me on this budget where we're paying for some of that now? Is it under what?
No, it's not in there. AT&T, which is the community center, is like $180 a month. The town hall and the police department is about $280 a month. Wastewater plant, I don't know if they'll get there. That's kind of a different
Well,
angle.
they told us they would,
I
didn't they,
think
Don?
so eventually.
Pardon me?
Vericom said they were gonna get to take it down to the
Which
sewage plant
wastewater
for us.
doesn't matter to
Yeah, as
this.
soon as they get.
I don't know if it's in writing, but I think I heard that verbally.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I heard.
it may be on down the road, so, but it doesn't matter to the general fund, I guess, so,
No, you're right, that would come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, but
But you still were
potentially-
up to around $500 a month.
Yeah.
That potentially we're gonna save.
that we can put,
Well,
You know.
it's not chicken feed,
right, it's not
so it's
terrible,
worth thinking about.
sure.
Greg, did you have any input about what Don talked about?
No, if we leave the perf, they are still getting
Raise.
a raise. Well, you know, going down through here, you know me well enough, you know, you can make, to me, you could make cuts all the way down through here to make up the 40,000. But
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down through this line item and see what we can come up with so that we can make a justified decision. So, we'll start with the town council. Leave it the same, make changes.
That's not changed any. Where does it change? What's this over here?
When I multiplied it out, we're just gonna use 20,000,
That's fine.
so that's why I changed it.
That's fine with me.
Okay, so for now then, we'll skip down to part-time police. We only have $250 budgeted. And that goes for what?
For a parade or Halloween or.
Yeah, okay. Plan Commission Executive Secretary, you wanna cut that? You wanna try and cut that, yes or no?
No, because he makes 1622.
Deputy Clerk?
We don't have one, so,
Okay. Right now then, I'm gonna address the board members.
Okay.
And if we have questions, we'll ask you.
okay.
You guys wanna do anything with the deputy clerk?
No. Well, are we gonna, well, here's my question. Are you gonna utilize it?
No,
Then let's delete it. Let's take it down.
I did.
If we're not gonna utilize it, I mean, you still got deputy clerk is 300. Let's take it down to 500. There's $1,000 right there. If you're not gonna be utilizing it,
Yeah, okay,
You lost me on the 300,
huh? This here, see?
1,500.
Yeah, the deputy clerk, she got 1,500 and she only took it down to 300. Changed it for 300. I'm saying if we're not gonna utilize it, let's just drop it down to
Take the whole
500.
1,500. There's no plans
Well, if you do-
whatsoever.
if you do away with it, do you lose that? You see what I'm saying?
All right, let me ask a question.
Okay.
When's the last time you paid a deputy clerk?
She hasn't.
not in 10 years.
If
And
Ma-
before
if-
that-
If
Let's
Megan
say
had
do
a drastic injury or something and couldn't be here, it might put us in a little bit of a bind, and then we could figure out what we're gonna do. I don't think we're planning on ever spending this.
Nope.
I don't, that right there's $1,500 we can
Yep.
take out.
That's my, I just say,
You,
let's take it down to 5. That way, if something does happen,
you understood what I was saying?
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, we may have to, then we won't have the money to go in, you know, for, that would pay us
We
probably a
haven't
week.
hired anybody in 10 years.
I know, but she's kinda, so I'm going by her recommendation for
Hopefully
5.
something happens in December if it would
Yeah.
happen, and then the next year you can
Okay.
Well.
Take it down to
doesn't
5?
really
Yeah,
even
let's take it
matter.
to 5.
She was gone and Pat
doesn't
filled in
matter.
for her.
500? Okay,
500.
got it.
Uh, perf, we won't do that, look there, we can't do social security, unemployment, we can't, training. Leave that same, change it.
This is for the marshal, correct? Or in general?
No,
Just for us?
just
You
general.
gonna utilize it?
I should.
When's the last time you paid and went, did you get some training, Megan? I don't wanna hear about should, when was the last time you did?
It's been a while.
Let's cut that in half then. 750.
Training marshal, I think that's probably
That's,
spoken for
yeah, that's.
Yeah, I don't know.
in a contractual agreement with their training staff. Official records, probably better leave that the same.
I guess so.
Stationery and printing,
I don't see that. We're gonna utilize that eventually.
leave that the
I'd
same.
I'd leave both those the same.
Other office supplies, 2,000.
Are you gonna utilize any of this, Megan?
I'd use that for like paper and.
No, the other office supplies.
What other office
Yeah.
supplies is what I use for paper, any kind of,
Okay.
just office supplies
We
in
better
general.
leave that.
Do you,
Tires,
do you want, do you see, you gonna see that you have to, is there any cutting there at all or not?
I don't know.
I don't wanna leave meat on the bone. and-
It's 12 months, like, I don't know.
All right. Well,
Paper's expensive.
I think
All
we
right,
better
we'll
leave
leave it.
that alone. Tires, Marshall,
well, they're both gonna get new cars. I don't see why we have to put in that for that.
well, you never know about tires.
I
If
don't-
you cut one and it's not in a
I
warranty,
say we cut that to 1,000.
1,000. You agree, Greg?
Yes.
See
yes,
if
yes,
you
yes.
don't.
Other garage and motor supplies, 4,000.
That's Marshall. Also.
Yes, Marshall.
He's utilized, he's got 39, he's used that. That's pretty much,
I mean, that's even just oil changes and
that's 39%.
brakes and stuff that you're still gonna have even with new cars.
He's still got, he's utilized.
Gasoline,
This is Marshall gas.
Marshall's gas, and I see you've put in the blue area there, Megan, $12,000.
Yeah. I asked him about it. He said,
You
That'd
think we
probably
could
be
get by with 12,000? You guys agree? Let's put that at,
Yes,
cut
I
it
agree.
3,000?
I
Yeah,
agree.
yes,
Cut,
yeah.
excuse me, cut it
You can buy a bicycle.
2,000?
You can buy a bicycle. Just teasing.
Leasing, we can't cut. Building and structures,
The leasing part of it, we've already talked about that, and that payment's not due till next year, one payment or two.
right, but I
something.
don't know how much it's going to be.
Yeah,
building and structures, Megan's got in the blue 15,000. She thinks we can take it down to 15,000? That's the blue area, take it down to that?
That's down to 50, yes.
Anybody have comments about that one?
I don't, I say strip it.
That's cutting it in half, that's taking 15,000 off. We good with
Well,
that?
I'd rather be cautious, you know, and be realistic.
Marshall's
and not do
equipment,
it.
we can't probably really touch that one.
Well, he's got 60, 14.
That's not, he don't spend that on a monthly basis, that's when he's gotta go get stuff and. Building materials, probably shouldn't touch that one if we need to fix a. General materials. Better leave that, cause that's not even much enough to General materials, Marshall,
He's still got 84% left in it.
they don't spend it on a monthly basis, Don, sometimes they'll go and buy a whole bunch of office
But
stuff.
that's what he has a budget for. He's supposed to have a budget like we are.
Well,
That's why I
you're just
keep
gonna
on
have to
it.
trust me, I know how
I
that works.
I know.
When you run out of supplies, you go stock up, and you try not to buy 2 or 3 things a month, because then it's,
I understand.
General materials is what, the,
Megan, general materials, I mean,
Just
salt to
if
put
we
on the
need- It could be- it
sidewalk,
could be
something,
anything.
whatever.
Yeah, or we
It could
need
run
light
from
bulbs,
pins
we
to
need.
bulbs.
Need a
I
new
don't know.
door handle, need a, yeah. Attorney's fees, anybody got a comment on that one?
That's about top. I mean, that's about where he is right now.
Building inspector. We better leave that, cause
Are we going to,
we're gonna have to have,
Are we going to, this is part of Dave's, isn't it?
when he inspects.
Let's cut that to the 800, I think we can get by with on your recommendation.
Okay, take 200 off. Postage,
All right,
that's going through the roof right now, 78
1,000
cents
stamps.
for a stamp. I don't know what you pay.
that's 1,000 stamps, right down.
Yeah. I don't know how much she uses stamps now, but,
I don't use as many, so, I mean, I try to,
well, you didn't say you thought we could cut that any.
I haven't bought any in a long time and I'm almost out, so.
So she's gonna
I
need
didn't
to
wanna
stock
cut it
up.
too much.
Travel expense, that's not enough, Don, not hardly enough to send you to school. We might need to send you to school.
Well, I pay for my own when I go.
Telephone. Is any of that,
That-
with the phones at the community center,
There's,
that which is gonna be able to go on Berrycom?
No, because that all comes out of the community center fund.
Okay? And for here, we're kinda under a contract on our phone system, right?
With-
We can't be cutting that.
For now, I
No.
don't know where that's gonna land,
No,
so.
that's just where you need to, when it's due, try to find a better contract or something, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
If we end up being on the good side, then we'll have a little slush for next year, and the
Legals.
following year we can cut.
Legals, Megan says we could take that down, we could knock 1,000 off of that.
I saw that.
Comments?
1,500.
What would that be for?
Legals,
For change.
tell them what you pay out of legals.
Like, if I have to run an ad in the paper, or
Sometimes we have to advertise if we're gonna do
the
something.
annual report, I have to advertise.
I agree.
Leave that, or take it down, take
$1,500.
1,000 off?
Yeah, take,
That would be,
take another 500 off of it.
so that would be for a 26 would be 2,000, correct? I mean,
Uh,
6,000.
I'm just taking 1,000 off. I'm doing it taking off,
Where are you
wherever,
at?
yeah.
So 1,500, or
are you going by the yellow or are you going by the
The blue, which was her recommendation, which was,
1,500?
uh,
So that's what you're saying we need to change to
We-
the 15, okay.
yeah,
Got it.
1,500 or 1,000?
1,500,
1,500 is the bottom line, is what it will be.
yeah, 1,500.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're taking out 500. I've been doing it wrong. Okay, I'll go back and refigure that. We'll move along. Can't do anything with insurance, health insurance.
Well-
Well, what?
Um,
Comment? Thanks.
Thanks. Nice to
See
see you
you.
guys. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, hey,
I don't know.
I saw
I
that
don't
little
know.
guy yesterday,
He's sweet. Yeah.
pretty nice.
Thank you.
Behave.
Don, you had
I-
a comment?
I don't know about this part because like everything else, it ranges from 10 to 24%, who knows, in a given year. I say leave it. Well, are you want to take anything off
No,
of it?
Megan didn't suggest changing that, Don. And I don't either.
Where you at?
Top of page 2,
Okay, yeah.
second item down, health insurance.
Health insurance, I don't know what our quote is for what do we get for 20?
The health insurance?
Mhm.
I did the best figure and I could, because I don't know what it will go up to, because it goes up in August of next year.
Nobody has that answer.
So I don't know, I just
But-
figured on about what it did this year, so. I tried to be safe.
Okay,
Bond premiums,
that's,
can't do nothing there, can we, Megan?
250 is what she says.
Yeah, I mean, we use about
No,
$200.
the blue's what she says. The 250 is what we put in 26 budget.
No, that's what, she went from, her recommendation is there,
She said we may not spend that much
500, 250.
this year.
Yeah. So, that stays the same, workman's comp,
Electric, we can't do much with. Gas, we can't do much with. Water, we can't do much with. Wastewater, we can't do much with. Subscriptions and dues. That's pretty much committed.
We have to have that.
that's for our
All my
software.
Keystone stuff, all the
Awards and allowances.
town of Birchville.com.
Leave that the same.
Clothing, marshal. Fire department, yet to be determined on a contract, but we're pretty much locked into that. Animal control, we're pretty much locked into that. What's park and trails, Megan? $10,000.
That's where we
And we knocked it down to 6,000
That,
for
that's,
26.
that's where we took that out of that there.
'Cause we're
Parking
not
trails is where we
gonna
seal it and repair it or
We're
whatever.
not gonna see on
We're not gonna
26.
seal on
We need to
26.
leave the rest of it there?
The,
Yes?
let's see, that's 10,000, so,
Don't cut it any?
well, let me give it a second here. I say let's do the 6,000 or whatever.
That's what's there.
Yeah, leave it to where we're at.
Office equipment, 15,000. I know Megan's looking into new,
We're gonna do that this year.
huh?
We're gonna do that this
That'll come
year.
out 25. What do
So-
we need that for 26?
What can we
I
cut?
mean, we
20?
really don't need much for 26, that's why I knocked it way down, but
You're saying take it down to 5?
I don't wanna take it down to nothing, but
All right, 5,000.
just in case something happens.
It's 5,000.
But I mean, 5's probably high, but
Well, that's $10,000 difference.
yeah.
Engineering. Should ask Dave about that when he's here. Do you anticipate our engineering fees dropping any?
Do I?
That's an honest question.
I don't see it. I mean, what do we have no, we're not doing any projects this year. I mean, he's
We're at-
finishing out now. He's already in a contract for what it is. That's 25 money, correct? Is that correct?
What,
What,
No,
for
we-
the area urban is the only project we got on that there is for,
that'll come
We
out of the
did
grant,
cut it
so-
I
down.
know.
We cut it down to 10,000 for
Yeah.
26. Okay, I did this wrong up here. Let me refigure this and see what we came up
what
with.
you, let's,
Or did anybody else tally it as we
all
was
right,
going
let's
on?
start back at the top, so we're all on the same page.
Well,
So
we
you want
took
to,
deputy clerk down to 500. That means we saved
1,000.
1,000.
yeah. Then
We took training,
the only question I got on that there, let's back up real quick, Roger, on this perf, she's got it here as what the difference is that the 30, the changes for 23.
okay,
How
bear
much bigger?
with me here. We started talking about that, and I said, let's look at the other things first and total up what we can get, and then go back and address that. We're not
Okay.
addressing that right now.
I just caught that.
Okay.
Moving on.
124 training,
750 is what,
take it down to 750, then save 750.
I got saved 750.
Yeah, got it.
750.
221, I'm showing 1,000. We took the tires down to 1,000 for the Marshall. That means we save 730, am I right?
730, Yes.
223, we said, take it down 2,000. You said you talked to Josh about that?
Oh, the gas, yeah,
So we're gonna
12,000
take
is
it down to 12,000 and save 2,000.
2,000.
Got it. Building and structures, 231, that's the one we said, go with Megan's proposal, and we all agreed, and save 15,000. Cut it in half, from 30 to 15 and save 15. The next one was 312, building inspector, and Megan made a proposal, we agreed with that, cut it $200.
We're saving 200, right?
Yes. 331 legals. That's where I messed up and I caught up, but we're gonna save,
1,000.
take it down to 1,500 and save 500. You got 1,500 in the blue, Megan.
Oh, I see, you're right, yeah.
Save 500.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the gray.
And then just one on the second page, which was 421, from 15,000 to 5,000 and save 10,000. Who's got a calculator?
421,
Yes. You got a calculator on?
Yeah.
You ready for the figures?
Just a second.
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Okay, go.
1,000. 250.
Okay.
730. 2,000. 15,000. 200. 500. 10,000. What number do you have?
29,680.
What was it, Don?
29,680.
If we go with those proposals, we've knocked off $29,680.
Okay,
As I said at the start, and I'm not saying we're done, Don, I'm just saying, as I said at the start, I'm gonna remind you that our goal is 40,000. We could probably live with 30. Wasn't that stated?
Not if we're getting their money, we need to cut it as much as we can.
But we're still getting into the cash.
we're still
But
getting
we
into
could-
cash.
But at least it tightens our belt for one, I'm just proposing, Don,
I know.
I'm just bringing up. That was stated, we needed aim at 40, we could probably live with 30. Am I wrong? Did I hear that from you after the meeting with Judy?
If we don't spend what we're looking at this year,
So,
cause we need 113,000.
so we need 40,000 period.
I don't think
Okay.
all those numbers are right.
Yeah,
Huh?
if we can.
Let's see what I need to do.
Okay, so we need another,
Let me see,
what's
did
that?
I miss something here? Where we at?
no, I read them off to you.
Okay.
You wanna do it again?
Well, I'm
Double
looking at,
check.
I'm looking at.
You're saying we need another 11,000
Well, that's, we can get that from this.
to get to 40.
Yes.
Office equipment.
So the ones you skipped over, we're not cutting, I'm assuming?
No, we're
And I'm
not,
okay.
we've not made any decision.
Okay,
This,
okay.
this is what we,
I got, okay, I got it. I seen it. I figured
you
it.
caught up?
I figured it out
So the numbers that we talked about we could possibly cut,
in general.
bring us to $29,680. And yes, you're right, approximately that's $11,000 we need to find, would need to find yet, Greg. It's actually, 10,320, am I right?
Yeah,
10,320 would get us to 40,000. Do you wanna look again? Do you wanna say?
Animal
let's-
control, how,
We're on a contract with that.
okay.
If we don't use it, Greg, the money will still be there,
Yeah.
but we're under contract to use them. And if we have to take a dog up there, we gotta pay a fee that's under agreement,
Yep.
or a cat for that matter,
We don't do cats.
or Don's parrot.
All right.
You know, how a parrot? Go ahead, Don,
Okay, now let's back up on this. So we got,
okay?
so we're still in general.
Yeah, just
Question-
general. And we need to take 40,000 from general.
My question is, on this perf, okay, on your perf, you got that at 30,000? That's another 2,000, is that what you're saying, basically?
I tried to figure it with everything because we're taking it out of wastewater now, the portions from Craig and half of
Okay.
mine,
So let's just go with,
so.
so what's the figure you actually need to have in there for sure?
Well,
Nice.
she's,
I mean, you're saying the 30,000, you're projected for 30, so change for 23 is
remind Don again,
23,000.
the 23,000 is what
You're
you're proposing to
projected.
cut, or what you think we get by on?
The 23,000 is what I wanna cut it to.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a difference of, there's $7,000 right there. Well, actually, yeah, from a original projected, that's 7,000. So that's why I was gonna, I missed that originally because we were gonna go back and talk about it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with her recommendation on that.
And that would be 7,000 out of the 10,320 we need.
That would mean $23,000 is what that is, out of PERF, okay?
So now we need
So that would
$3,300.
be another 7,000.
Yes, that'd be
Okay,
another
now let's
7.
see.
Now we're looking for $3,300. And this is just a proposal, we're just talking.
Well, I understand. The- I understand about the training for the marshal, I understand that. We get deputies on and stuff, and they have to go do different training, but,
State mandate.
I know, but we still got 100% left in it.
Well, there again, Don,
And here's August, it's August.
there again, they don't train
I know,
and pay per month,
I know.
some of it. I think they do have some that's contracted that they pay.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that we haven't utilized it, and it's 8 months into it. I understand what you're saying too.
Yeah.
But
I
we're cutting
don't know.
pennies here, we're cutting
I don't
pennies
know
here.
either. I'm just trying to get you to understand that.
I
that
do understand.
Everybody, even Megan, she doesn't spend office money. If you give her $1,200, she doesn't spend $100 a month. That's not the way it works. On a gas bill, yeah. On an electric bill, yeah. On insurance, yeah. But on those kind of things, you may wait till you're out of stuff and go spend $400 or $500. You follow me?
Yeah, I did the first time. I'm
And-
just
and
saying,
they-
I'm just saying is
Training's the same way.
training's training, but there's, I think there's some savings there eventually.
You
If
never
we're
know
not
till
gonna
the end
do
of
it,
the
we
year.
don't know.
Yeah, you never know till the end of the year.
Okay, and the other one is we were looking at.
232.
Well, hold on a minute. Let's back up to go back up to 241,
241, that would be,
buildings material.
oh, 241. Building materials.
What are we gonna do?
I don't,
We're not gonna utilize, we haven't utilized that, and,
We have building and structures too, so.
we haven't utilized that. I say let's cut that in half to 2,000. Cause we're,
We still got 100% left in it, don't we?
I know, but there may be something that come up that we need to deal with in here. So I say cut that to 2,000, cut that in half.
let's try that. That'd be a $2,000 savings. And that puts us down to,
Wait a minute, general materials.
About
Okay.
1,500, or
that puts us down to $1,300 we need to find.
Okay.
what did I say a minute ago?
I'm still looking here, I'm trying to think this one through.
125. You still got 100% in there.
125.
That's what we
That's
just
a
talked
training for Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just kinda talked about that. We don't know when they're gonna need training money. That comes sporadically, Greg. They may have to go to a school or something. A lot of their,
Because the state may mandate something, correct?
well, I'm gonna tell you something else too, just because I have the knowledge of it. There are state mandated things, Greg, that, and Don, that they have to have in a year's time. And if they haven't done it, they're gonna be scrambling in November, December to find a school to go to get those credit hours to meet the state mandate, or they lose their job. So I don't think we can cut that.
No. Okay, what's the total till now we have?
We're trying to find $1,300,
So,
just on this proposal that we just did. Now we're trying to find
What is this?
$1,300.
okay, I'm still looking, just give me a second here, I'm looking, and I don't,
Everybody's took a hit somewhere. I'm gonna ask about this one. Let me find it again. I'll get yelled at, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. 423,
That's just what I was looking at.
Parks and Trails. There's $5,500 that they haven't spent this year. And we put another 6,000 in for a
Bree,
26
I have a
budget.
question.
Yeah.
We dropped this down on that other, okay? For those lightings, for that there where we pay the half, 4,500.
Well,
We're
we-
gonna take that out of this year's money, that we still have the money in there for to pay for that lighting. Instead of doing the other part where we agreed on.
Well, then it can come out
So
of the
then for
5,500.
26, I wanna make sure that's not a confusion part on that. For 26.
We may not do that till 26, who knows?
But the money will come out of 25 that we appropriated out of. Correct? As long as we appropriated it for this year to come out.
It
this year.
can, it doesn't mean it has to.
So, how much we need?
1,300.
Okay.
Like Roger brought up, Parks and Trails.
Well, hold on a minute. Let's back up here, where there's one thing I didn't see. I missed, I don't know why I missed it, I didn't. Let's just go back up. Let's start at, 341 go down, okay? To be clear, okay?
Sure, Don.
341, 342 is the same.
Hang on.
Three,
Hang on, who's running this meeting? I am. Hang on, I'll go down through here.
I just,
341, we said we can't change the insurance.
oh, I know you're running this meeting, Roger. There's never a doubt in my mind you're running this.
Thank you, Don.
I'm just saying, why don't we go back up here and then go to that so we get caught up?
I started talking about an item and you skipped right over me.
Like you do me all the time.
I don't
Let's
do
go.
that. Are you ready to proceed?
I'm ready to proceed. Let's move on.
341 is insurance, ABC insurance, which is property insurance. I don't think we can cut that one. Health insurance, we said we don't think we can cut that one. Bond premiums, we can't cut that one. Workers' compensation, we can't cut that.
She says there's $1,000.
I'm saying we agreed we weren't gonna cut it.
Yeah, but we went back and we're reviewing this to get those extra dollars. I mean,
Okay.
there's nothing in, correct, you're running this meeting. Can we go back and correct this if we wanna look at something?
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't see this part here originally.
You wanna change that one, Greg?
Well, Megan says we can, so
You
there's
get another,
1,000.
you get another $1,000 there? Okay. You need $300.
$500. Or,
Do you want to go by these other two recommendations?
I'm sorry, Greg, what were we down to?
well, we stopped at,
10,320, we took 7,000, that took it down to 3,300. And I thought we took
we're within
something.
about $300. I just said $500 to make it,
Oh, I think it's $300
yeah.
by adding that 1,000.
Well, I'll go back to Parks and Trails.
Don wanted to go through these numbers.
Well, what I'm saying is we missed some here. There's $3,500 that we didn't really look at.
We did, we talked about them.
I know, but
We're
we
doing
really-
it again.
We're doing it again.
Insurance deductible, we said no. Electric,
She said it's $48,000 we get by, which
that
would
was
be
her suggestion that we might, and we said we better leave it.
Okay,
You wanna change it?
I do.
You wanna change it to 48,000
Yep,
and save 2,000?
yep.
Now
What
you're,
line?
now you're $1,700 more than what you needed.
Yeah.
351.
Let's keep going.
351.
That was, 351, Greg.
Okay, all right.
And then, what's the other one? The heating and gas, you want to stake with that, Roger, or do you?
I think we agreed that we can't touch gas and water
Okay.
and
all right.
wastewater.
There, so how close are we now? We're over, right?
We're under.
I mean, we're under the,
41,680 is what I got.
Just remind everybody, we've had mild winters, and I heard the first forecast for this winter of being cold and hard. So we'll see. But I'll tell you in May.
Yeah,
You can't judge that now.
I haven't saw the woolly worms yet, so.
I haven't seen a one. So now, we agreed to go down through these. Don wanted to look at salaries and stuff first. Then we agreed to look at these and see what we could do. We found it. We even found some extra, which I think was about $1,700 extra. Over 40. It'd be 41,700, I think, if you total them up now.
That's really close, yeah.
Now, Don, do you still want to go back to salaries and perf?
well, I state an opinion, this is a salary ordinance that we have to have done before the end of the year. We have to sign on to that. So we got plenty of time to determine between now and then what we're gonna do. for next year, I'm just saying, for next year, everything has to be, we've gotta make sure that we get our salary on, just a reminder for everyone, we have to have our salary ordinance in before December 31st, or they stay the same. So this would go back, this would be for next year on that there. I already stated a point that, I think we've gave them a 3% raise this year by removing that over into that, about the 3 or 5%. That was what I said on the salaries. So I'll make a motion to leave that at the 3% of the, so we can talk about it. Okay, it's fine? For the,
What's your motion?
to pay the perf this year, or for 26 only, for a raise.
And no raises.
No raise.
So I made the motion, so if there's a second, we can talk about it.
Don made a motion that the employees get their 3% paid to compensate for perf for 26 and 0% raises. Is there a second?
That would give them about a 3% raise.
Technically, a 3% raise.
I'll second it.
Greg seconded the motion. Now we're open for discussion on that. Does anybody have any more discussion about that, or are you ready to vote?
I'm ready to vote, unless you have something.
Ready?
You ready to vote?
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, aye. Motion doesn't pass. My opinion, is we found some money that we could cut that we feel like we're fat on. And not giving the employees, this 3% to me was something that we decided to do. Yes, I agree, technically it's a raise.
There's no technically about it, it is a raise.
Are you done?
I'm done, but I just want.
Technically, it is a raise, but it doesn't raise the salaries. If you go back and look at well, I'll make it simple. People that are on fixed income and get Social Security get an automatic raise every year with the cost of living increase. A lot of contracts that people have in other places, no, I can't name any, but it's tied to the cost of living increase. I've looked at that for the past 5 years with our employees and the raises that's been given in the last 5 years. That's all the farther I went back. And with the cost of living raises that were given in the last 5 years. And the town was in the minus area of about 2%. Which technically means we haven't kept up with giving our employees the cost of living that increases that they need to stay where they're at. Going zero would put you farther in the negative of that. Now the 3% is a raise, there's no question about it, but it doesn't raise the salaries. And to me, you're making a statement that we found fat we could cut, but we'd rather take it from the employees, and I just don't agree with that.
So the perf really is giving them a bonus?
No, the purpose.
Like I've worked in facilities before, you didn't get an hourly raise, but they give you a bonus that year.
Okay, I'll explain the PERF as best I can. PERF stands for Public Employees Retirement Fund. If you work at a factory or a company, they put money into your retirement.
Right.
With localities, government localities, that Public Employees Retirement Fund is where their retirement comes from. That's what I'm drawing, the PERF retirement. I paid 3% of the 30 years I was here, out of my salary every year, Greg, into that. The town contributed, what do you contribute now?
11.2.
11.2%. these factories and these other corporations, they put it all in there for the people. Some people don't get pensions. We all know that. When local governments, Howard County doing it, City of Kokomo, doing it, they said, we haven't been fair to employees. That's what they're saying. They're having to do part of it themselves. We don't agree with that. We're not going to pay that. By law, with the Public Employees Retirement Fund, it's an Indiana statute, it says the employees are required to put 3% in. All these government agencies have said, we don't agree with that. Nobody else has to contribute 3% of their pension they're getting from whatever company they're at. So we're going to start paying that. Does that help clear that up any?
Yeah.
So Rushville, I don't know if everybody thought of it the same way, but that's the way I thought of it, is we're just trying to catch up with the Joneses, basically, of saying the same thing. We don't think that they should, you're forcing them, basically, to contribute to their own retirement plan or put money in the bank. That's probably a poor example. To me, Rushville was saying, we agree with everybody else, we're now gonna pay that so that you don't have to pay it out, it doesn't come out of your check. But if you do that and give them a 0% increase, you're falling behind on the cost of living. That's my view. I think obviously Don's is different.
It is different.
And
Because I don't
Don's
look at it
upset, but
I'm not
I
upset.
have every right,
I'm not-
I have the floor here.
Okay, well, let me know when I can have the floor.
I will.
'Cause you sure don't let me know in advance.
I will.
Everybody else has the floor. If I speak up, you're all over me. Go on,
Are you done?
I'm done.
Every board member has a right to an opinion, and that includes me. Don voted for it, I voted against it. That's where we stand. That's where then a board or a city council or a county council, wherever, has to start negotiating and come to an agreement. One person doesn't get their way.
We met our $40,000, what we were looking for.
We did by cutting what we thought was some fat.
Now, this is, you gotta propose this to,
She has to submit this to the state by the end of August.
okay,
That's why we're having a special meeting, we gotta get it done.
Can I speak now?
When Greg's done.
He didn't even address anything. No one spoke.
Yes, him and I were having a conversation
He
about,
just spoke out.
are you done?
I'm done.
Greg and I were having a conversation about the 3% and the perf, and I was explaining it to him.
I understand.
No, you don't understand.
I do.
Are you done, Greg?
I'm done.
Don, you have the floor.
Okay, I have the floor. What I'm trying to say is that I highly regard our employees. I think that for the first year on that, that's why I said what I said, we'll give them that 3% or whatever it is into their retirement, which is actually, no matter how you look at it, it's their money, whether it's today or tomorrow. It's gonna draw interest down the road, whatever, okay, in their account. What I was trying to get at earlier, before we cut back to this, is how much percentage are you going to give in this here for a raise? Is it 3? Is it 5? Has that been determined?
No, we do that when we do the salary ordinance.
And that's what I said earlier. Earlier on, I said in December of this year here, it has to be signed. For next year, we do it for December. We'll usually do it in advance, a week, November or December.
We try to do it in
November, so we do that. And that was what I was saying. There's nothing done in stone at this time. That's what I was saying. But the money that's projected is on the paper, proposed. So there is a raise on this paper, is it not? Just,
Not if you cut it out.
no, I'm making a question.
The yellow is a 5% raise and the blue is a 3% raise.
That's what I had thought. That's what I asked. This is a 5% and this was a 3%. So there, this money that's projected for 26 is in the yellow is a 5% raise, which will, you know, and the other one, the blue, is a 3% raise. That was my point. So there's a possibility that it could be, if you add that up next year for 26, the 3%, that could be an 8% raise, which is, on this here is, right now, I think the cost of living is 2.7. And the other comment I was making is that on our insurance, that we pay a pretty good sized chunk of their insurance on it. And if we're gonna have to get serious in the future, we need to talk about those before. Well, the problem of it is our insurance comes usually after our budget is submitted, which is, I don't understand why they don't get that in the same alignment as what our projections would be. That way we can have a more cost effectiveness.
It would be helpful.
Well, I'm done. That's all I wanted to say.
You're done?
That this budget does reflect a 5% and a 3%.
You're
But
done?
there was no vote on which one you were going to give. That's what I'm saying.
We don't vote on that now.
I know. I'm just saying it was in here in the, if you put it in appropriations for next year, you just have to determine which one you want to do.
Okay. Megan, do you have Don's motion down?
I have a motion to pay the 3% of perf, 0% raises. Greg seconded, you were opposed, did not pass.
So, as I understand it, Don, you said go with the 3% perf, leave that the same, pay that, and 0% raises.
Correct.
Not 3%, not 5%, you said 0.
Yeah, correct. You're correct.
So,
If you would let me correct that. And I also
you're
stated.
gonna correct your correction?
No, also, that they're in this, even in our budget, there's a 3 and 5% projection in there for our budget. That's why I was saying, 3 or 5 for a budget. You're correct. I'm done.
The motion was, that Don made, to pay the 3% to cover the perf that the town agreed to do,
The employee's portion.
and
Yes.
give 0% salary increases for 26.
Yes.
Not a 3 or a 5% possibility, 0. That was your motion.
That was my motion.
Greg seconded it.
Yep,
You guys voted for it. I said no.
yep, yep.
But your motion was for 0%.
Yes, Roger, for the third time, yes. What's your point here? You need to move on. If you don't mind. You're plowing old ground.
I am?
Yeah.
Greg, sorry, I'm gonna have to put you on the spot. How do you take that motion? I'm asking Greg a question.
I'm at a loss.
Well, the way I understood it was the 3% perf,
Cover the perf.
no raise.
Absolutely.
In the budget, 0.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, that's the way I understand it.
Yeah.
And
Is that the motion?
that was the motion, Roger.
And that's what I voted no on.
And we know that. If it doesn't pass, you have to have 3 votes. I don't know what your point is.
Okay, obviously you don't.
No?
We have to get somewhere tonight so she can submit this budget. And we have to decide where we're gonna cut this money. Do you wanna start from scratch? Somebody wanna,
I thought we arrived at our,
we arrived at it, but we didn't vote on, or agree on.
oh,
That would be leaving money in here for raises, and Don said, no, I'll make it 0. Did he?
Something else. You are something else.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I make a motion to do this for the amount, what is the total amount? for general.
Can I say something before you make your motion?
Mhm.
Can I do that?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Do you wanna do the MVH first, or do you just wanna do general and then MVH separate? Or are you not doing
We need to
MVH?
clear up the, general.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
What's the total on the general?
I got 41,680. Is that
My
what you
motion
had?
is to have it, that we cut that 41,680 out of general. That's my motion.
With the things that we
Yep.
went down through and marked.
Yes, sir.
Is there a second to Don's motion now?
Second.
Greg seconded it? And now we're open for discussion on that. You have any more discussion?
I have none.
Greg? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Now we need to tackle motor vehicle highway, is that correct?
Yep.
That's on the second page, the lower half. And the third page. And it's the same thing goes. We've got in the left-hand column, 2025. In the yellow column, what we projected for the 2026 budget. That needs to be cut. How much, Megan?
15,356.
15,356.
15 is good, I mean, it's close.
Okay? So, does anybody want to make a suggestion on one item, or we don't go down through them like we did the first on general fund?
Can I speak?
Yes?
Let's just go through them real quick.
All right.
All right.
We'll start with, bituminous.
I thought we were going into.
Bituminous is local road and street.
Oh,
One,
Sorry, it's kind of weird right
it's
there.
right here, 112. MVH, I thought we was on.
yeah, MVH. Contract labor.
I mean, we need to cut 200 out of local road and street, but
Yeah.
200's not
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. That's 112. Am I right?
Mhm.
Contract labor. Anybody want to make any more comments about that? Megan doesn't suggest cutting that. Garage and motor supplies. Megan didn't suggest any cuts there. I don't think probably we should. Gasoline. It's showing we probably could get by with 8,000 instead of 9,000.
I agree with that.
And that'd be a $1,000 cut. Greg, comment?
No. What's our
We're still at 80%.
ultimate goal here that we need to?
15,356.
Okay, okay.
Two
Equipment,
31 equipment. We proposed in the budget 3,000. Megan says we probably get by with 2,000.
Yeah.
That's another $1,000 cut.
what comes out of there?
Any kind of equipment that they would buy.
Small
Like
things.
like
Because we
pole
have,
saw or weed eater.
Weed eater,
or
just-
something
Yeah,
like
probably
that.
not vehicles or.
Chainsaw.
well, we have, chainsaw.
Yeah,
Because we have mower and related also, so
getting the picture, Greg?
I'm not even sure we need that line item. But whatever.
Cut 1,000? What do you think, guys?
For
I'd
the,
cut it in half. 'Cause we got
231?
nine.
Greg says half. Don, what do you think, 231?
I'm just going, we got 97% left, now, you never know.
I'll go with that.
That would be a $1,500 savings. Bituminous,
We can do that.
take 1,000 off?
Yes.
Greg, you
Okay.
agree?
Yes.
Gravel and stone, 4,000, take 1,000 off.
Yep. My opinion.
Greg, jump in and say yes or no anytime you want. Building and
Yes.
fixed equipment, Megan doesn't suggest anything. That's like, we're fixing a building, new door if you need a new door, locks, window gets broke, a garage door, yeah, probably better leave that the same. Signs. That's street signs,
Yeah.
Didn't
let's-
Craig-
let's cut-
Didn't he say he was getting ready to order some signs?
Yeah,
He ordered several this year.
That'll come out of 25.
Right, it already did.
I
Okay.
say, my opinion on this, we can, we're gonna leave that to the 4,000 for next year, correct?
You wanna leave it, Greg? You agree? Signs, leave it at 4,000.
You're
Storm,
asking the wrong person down here, cause I'd cut them all.
Well, you speak up.
well, I told you to
Yeah,
speak up
sure.
if you had a comment.
Well, I'm listening to your guys' opinions.
You wanna talk about signs more, Greg, or move on?
Well, we got 96, percent there, and but, you said they're gonna order some.
Yeah, he ordered some and I think they were like just over $1,000. So it was several different signs. So he might be okay for a while.
Those posts are also cost on that, Greg, if you don't mind me saying, and those are expensive, those are heavy posts, if you have to put those in, those are expensive.
Let's leave it the same and move on and see what we come up with. Storm drains.
I say cut that to 15,000 straight across.
Megan, what does all the asterisks mean on your
And
suggestion?
that was just one that I wanted to draw your attention to that we probably won't use, but
Are we,
I
are
don't
we
know.
anticipating working on
I
any
didn't wanna
storm
cut it.
drains?
Not that
I
know
didn't
of.
feel comfortable cutting because I didn't know.
No,
Or are we having, what are we gonna,
We're gonna cut 5,000 there.
3,000,
cut 3,000?
well, to 15,000.
All right.
Okay.
Clothing,
Uh,
better leave that,
yeah.
that ain't much. Tree maintenance, is that for like tree trimming and for the school buses and stuff and
Yes. all the tree
intersections?
trimming
And if we have a dead tree in our
any kind of tree
right
trimming,
away, it needs to come down.
anything.
Well, we shouldn't have 86%, we should have exhausted that, but,
But I think, we've probably got a bill coming, don't we, for 25?
I mean, we utilize some of it.
We used all of it
Yeah,
this year.
so we don't know about,
Never know.
Greg, input?
Well, we just had a bunch of trees trimmed.
You wanna try taking 1,000 off of that, Don?
Well,
You know more about it.
I don't feel comfortable in it, you know.
Leave it at
that's what-
5?
I would leave it, I'd leave it to 5 because it wouldn't take but one, you get one tree and it could be anywhere from 1,200 to
1,500 bucks to take down.
$3,500, $3,800,
Great big
depending on
old
how
dead
big it is and how
yeah.
much damage you got. And if we have a storm, that's gonna incur a lot of that.
All right. 441, mower and related equipment.
I don't see anything that's coming up to where we need to do anything with that, so I say take that one down to 12,000, or $2,000 off, down to 12,000.
2,000 off. Greg, you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, now we're down to the flock cameras. That's $12,000. Megan has an asterisk. That's the one that we were trying to add, that helps with locating vehicles for the police, I was an advocate for it. It's a lot of money, and it's probably fat that we can't afford until we have some extra money or somebody wants to donate some money.
You want me to say something about that or not?
You can say something.
On this, there's a little more hidden to this, is it not?
We also can cut it to one instead. I think this was for 2.
I know, but I say.
Go ahead. Talk.
My opinion, we talked about this and I was back and forth thinking about this on Fort and now it was heavy. But there's also incurring ongoing costs with this. There's an ongoing cost, not just for, that's for,
I wish
that's
Jake
for
was here.
26. That doesn't include
I don't remember.
what the hidden costs that we
Yeah,
don't know.
Jake's the only one who can tell us that.
So my opinion is to strike that completely out and save $12,000.
All right, we already cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9,500, and we only needed 15,000. If that was all fat,
I don't see how we're gonna afford it myself.
We could build up our cash.
If you allow me, what I'm trying to iterate on this is that we're into our cash, and every item on here, like this, is into our cash,
this gets us out of our cash, what we've done tonight.
somewhat, but not all of it.
Well, No, not all of it. We're still about $4,000 short, give or
If-
take.
The chief, when you talk to them, if you don't mind me asking, when you talk to the state on this, how much does she say generally, how heavy are we in this, when you and Roger talk to her? How heavy are our budget are, how much are we gonna be in the cash for 26, you say?
For MVH?
All combined, MVH. If, MVH is a separate entity, it's by itself.
Yes, it's a separate fund. $15,356.
We'd be into the cash for that,
We're gonna be in our cash
Yeah,
if
that-
we spend in the yellow.
so,
And we already did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9,500 on our figures we just did, Don, of thinking things were fat, and we could trim them. Which makes it about, it's about 5,500 short.
well, I'm just gonna say it, if you don't mind. Me personally, I agree with you that we.
You'd like to cut all the flock out?
I like cut the
What about
flock
you, Greg?
out, my opinion.
Well,
I'll
if
make
you
a
cut-
motion.
If you
Greg.
cut it in half, if you cut it in half.
Basically, you get one camera instead of 2.
Me personally, all that technology and stuff, I don't agree with it.
Okay?
It's just, you know, I know, if Jake was here, he would argue.
He would be able to explain things
He
better.
would
than I
argue,
can.
you know.
Oh, I don't
but,
really argue, but he explains.
well, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know, debate, and so,
Okay, if we cut the
me
flock
personally,
cameras out,
I'm stuck in the dark ages.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
Well, I'm stuck in the dark ages, I don't see where Rushville needs them, that's me.
It's not for Rushville, it's for
I
entire
know it.
areas.
I know it.
And Rushville would benefit from it if we were looking for something.
I know it,
Which means we could use everybody else's cameras, just
I
so
know.
you understand the
Yeah.
system. It's not just for Rushville. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like, okay, our guys, I'm just gonna make an example here. Our guys have radios in their cars. They can call the sheriff's department and they can run checks on people.
Yeah,
If they're wanted or not. Well, they're not using anything that's ours. They're using something that belongs to the state of Indiana. You have to pay for that, and the sheriff's department pays it. But it's for every police department to use, no matter whether they paid into it or not. I'm just trying to make an example.
yeah,
When you're looking for people that are wanted, or a bad guy, or whatever, or even seeing if a car's stolen. It's called the IDAX system and something else, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. The cameras are the same way. If you join and have them, you get to be involved with everybody. And if you're looking for something, you can use everybody else's cameras to help you look for it. They can also use your cameras then. Now,
Yeah,
does that explain it a little bit better?
yeah.
Okay. Don says take all the cameras out, you're saying possibly one.
No, I said, if you're gonna cut it in half, cut it all.
Okay, then that means we can really save. Because we would be, I think, about $5,000 more than cutting than we needed to.
I just feel, if it's all right, I just feel that there's a some of that, and look, I understand that system, okay, that it does save lives, and the possibility, missing cars, missing this, that, and thing, but also, it also has to be manned. There has to be man hours involved in that, which is to be in the vehicles or whatever. And there's also some costs that we're not for sure that we're going to incur after that fact. That's to get the system up. And matter of fact, maybe the prosecutor could buy one of them, or something. That was talk of that. So I just don't see spending $12,000 into our cash money for something that we're a small town, maybe down the road. So I'll make a motion to do away with the.
Well, we're not doing motions this, we're just doing 2 out of 3 agree.
Okay, well,
We already got 2 out of 3 that agree to cut flock cameras.
I don't, I say cut it, the whole $12,000 and reevaluate it some other time or something.
We've already decided to do that.
I know, but I'm just saying,
You just wanted to clarify why you were
26.
doing it.
yeah, just to me, man hours. So how much are we in that?
21.5, by my figures,
You figured all
That's
that
what I
out?
got.
Good.
if you add them up.
And we only needed to do 15,356, so that even helps us.
Yeah,
Okay,
that helps.
what else we need to do, Megan?
We don't need to do anything.
So that completes the budget for you to submit to the state with these new figures.
We need a motion for
Yeah.
Megan to submit this, or?
We need a motion to redo the whole budget proposal with our cuts.
Yeah, right.
Motion to cut the line items for MBH? Is that what you're saying?
I think we have to, we probably should do one motion to, just like
Yeah, I'll make the motion
for
to,
the whole budget.
I'll make a motion to, we cut the budget for,
As-
what is it, 21, what is it, 21 what?
We did a motion to cut the line items for,
For the
General.
MVH, what is that, cut that 21,000?
We did do a motion for the general.
You
Now
have to
we're
take
just,
it-
now we're just doing motor vehicle. I stand corrected. We did do a motion for the
I-
general. Now we're just doing the motor vehicle highway.
For the MVH,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
so the
saying.
motion just for what we just did.
For the 20, whatever, the 21.5,
That's
out
what,
there,
that's what Greg said. Well,
yeah.
I believe him. I think he's pretty good at math.
Yeah.
Is there, Don made a motion to pass the proposed budget revised as saving 21.5. Is there a second?
Greg?
Second.
Is there any more discussion?
No, I have none.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Now, I have a question. on
Yes,
that-
go ahead, Don.
On this back part, if you wanna go to this, okay, this is not MVH.
MBH?
This
Oh,
is not MVH. What does this category actually fall under itself?
What?
These categories on the back,
The last
Those
page.
are all
Part-
separate.
that's what I'm talking about.
They're all
They're all
separate.
separate. Okay. I don't know what the TIF, if you had any communication with the TIF, what their plans are for 26?
They're supposed to submit their plan for 26, because I have to submit their actual, what they're gonna spend their money on by December 1st.
Okay, but we haven't
So
spent any
no.
money in 25.
Very little,
How much is very little, do you know?
maybe like 15 or 20,000.
Okay,
So this figure in the yellow is for appropriation, basically.
That's what we appropriated.
Yeah.
and last year was 150, or this year, correct?
For 25.
Was,
This year was 100 and next year is 100
Okay.
for TIF.
okay.
The
I
gray
think
is
what
this
we,
year.
here's, cause this is getting into our money, too. No matter how you look at it, we're getting into money. This is a different tax entity, but it's still our money.
But it doesn't affect
Yeah.
the general.
No, it doesn't, but I'm.
No, because it's a home rule, she don't even care about it, so. but
I
if
understand that,
y'all care
I'm
about it-
trying to make a point here.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
on
no.
this here.
Cash
You
is
should.
cash.
Cash is cash.
Oh, I
Cash
got
is
you.
cash.
And, what I'm saying is that instead of, they have to have their projects done for 26, okay? There's $100,000 in there, okay? If you're not gonna utilize that money for 26, then what
What-
project's been dropped, I don't think we need to have 3 or 4 projects going on at the same time,
Well,
okay?
see if I
Because-
understand what you're saying. This is just
It's
appropriation. If you
appropriation.
don't spend it, it don't go,
I-
you know, it
But
stays
it
there.
still
in the fund.
counts against us.
It stays in the fund.
Yeah, but it still counts against us.
How does it count against us, Megan?
What do you
The-
mean?
the-
If-
and as far as,
The TIF
overall money,
appropriation of 100,000?
because she's gonna ask you that. Why
And-
did you want that?
If you spend 100,000 this year and 100,000 next year, honestly, Judy, it's not on her paper.
I know,
so
but I'm just-
She
don't-
just said Judy don't care about
I know,
this.
but from my perspective
It's a-
is
like a
that we
home
need
rule.
to
You
be.
care about it.
I do care about
We
it.
do need to care about it because
But
it's money.
Judy doesn't, the state doesn't.
The
but-
state doesn't, but yes, you.
But you can't
need-
spend more than
Because
is
every
appropriate.
meeting I've ever been with Judy, she's always asking, well, what are you gonna do with this? I don't care about it, but what are you gonna do with it? Because State Board of Accounts comes in here and they audit every one of these things. The other thing, I'm done with that point, but.
But if you don't spend it, it goes back in the fund, and there's no penalty.
No, I mean, they're asking for,
There's about 370,000 in there.
okay, here's the, and I'm just saying that stay
Go ahead.
focused more on a project, get it done and move on, or whatever. And they're not, they do a good job, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. I just wanna, move on with other things.
What
'cause
would you
we're
want to
gonna-
do, change the appropriation?
Not this year.
Okay,
This is, cause I don't know what they've set. See what
Okay.
I'm saying? But, I have a question on how to generate our income.
that's tough.
the CCD, what's the point on that? What's our point that we can raise that to?
I think it's like 0.5 you can get it up to,
And what are we now?
0.02 something.
About half. What would we have to do? I know it raises taxes. What would that,
I don't know exactly the process. We have to reestablish the fund, I think. I'm
it's
not
too
sure.
late in this year
Yeah,
here, but
this
it's
year
something
it
that,
is.
this is one way to generate an income, because they're always saying you
Need to
have
generate more revenue.
revenue. And that's the only way I can come up with
But it has
That's
nothing to
on
do
that.
with our general fund.
no.
No.
It's just more
But
that we can
it's-
use
but
somewhere
you-
else.
But
Tax-
we utilize this that you don't
Tax-
care about.
Tax
but-
rate, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
see,
right,
If
right.
we utilize this here, instead of here, no matter how you look at it, it's a cut.
Sure, sure.
See what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So we won't be spending it here, they don't care about it here, there'll be an increase. That's all I have. I'm done.
Anything else on the budget, Greg? Okay, we're done with budget, and you got some work to do, then you'll be ready to submit it on time
Yep.
to the state.
Yep.
And when you do that, you'll give us each a copy of our 26 proposed budget.
At our public hearing, I'll give you the
Yes,
yes.
That's gotta be what,
so that everybody understands that.
September?
September. I don't know the exact date. I got it written down.
Is that gonna be enough
Whatever our
time?
September 9th, I think, is our meeting.
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
that,
That'll be
you're
our
gonna have
public
enough
hearing.
time for get that, so we can do that, the 9th, or not?
Yep.
The first, for a special meeting, the 5 o'clock prior to it, like we did to pass it?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what time, is it?
I gotta have this submitted by the 30th anyway, so I'll be ready.
We're finished.
I'm done.
One other thing quickly that I need to get the board involved with, you all got a text, you should have gotten a text about a leak at the community center.
Yeah.
What that was, it had nothing to do with the problem we had that's last time and we had to have work done out there. It was a drain line on the, where the air condenser drips out, and on the older system, they dripped outside.
Right.
This one drips into our sanitary sewer system in the inside. That's what most houses do with their furnace now, their condensation and their air conditioner. The installer just taps it into your drainage system. Those plug up if you don't keep an eye on them. The one out there at the community center is in the attic. That's where the furnaces are and the air conditioner exchangers. A lot of people thought they shouldn't have went there. I'm not talking that. We now have had a leak from that condenser line plugging up. And it involved the very same place though that we had the problem with the freeze up and
Right,
and we
right.
had to have some drywall replaced and repainted and kilts and stuff. We need to get,
That's the line that was plugged, excuse me.
yeah, Craig got a good picture of that. The other problem, and it sounds easy that say, well, we should have been on top of it. They put flooring up there because of the furnace and stuff, and that drain line is enclosed now between the ceiling and the flooring. It's hard for anybody to go up there and try and inspect it or see if it's plugged or whatever. I've talked to Craig. I think we've got a pretty simple solution how to try and help monitor that and take care of it. The immediate problem is the drywall, some of that drywall in that storage room needs to be replaced again and repainted and probably some kilts put on or whatever. It looks like there might be a little mildew from it. I don't know. We've got to fix it. We rent that out to the public. It's got to be fixed.
Sure. I got a question.
Go.
Who built that building?
I can't answer that.
Who what?
Who built the
Is it
building?
Company out of, two company, one, I think it's out of
Bo.
Peru and, I can't think of that.
I don't, I
What's
couldn't
that
begin to
vote?
guess.
They're on
I don't think I knew the names of them.
I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna shake my head.
Good question. But I understand where you're coming from. The point being, we've got to fix it and we need to get some quotes. What does the board want to do? I know you've mentioned we need more than one quote. The last
Well,
repair was done by Monroe and they did an excellent job. How many quotes do you guys want?
I just brought that up, Roger,
Sure,
You
and
know,
I'm giving you a
because-
chance to say something if you know somebody that does some,
Well, I just brought that up when, I worked with, Adam and,
Yeah.
your son and stuff. When a contractor or a company gets, not complacent, but comfortable with
Yes.
with somebody, and they, if you're the consumer, if you get more than one quote, then that keeps everybody honest. That's the only reason I brought that up.
sure,
So,
it was a legitimate concern. And-
anyway,
and,
that's,
I understand, that's why I'm giving you a
Yeah,
chance
yeah,
for
yeah.
input. How many quotes do you want for this repair job? Don?
it's not a huge,
I don't care.
I'm not a contractor, and
I
I'm
think
not a
you can get
construction.
3 if you want, but Monroe's does a good job and whatever. But I have a suggestion on this,
Go,
that some of this things could be overseen. The drywall itself, I don't know if it is or not. I didn't see it last time, but the drywall that you put in your bathroom, it's mold resistant and stuff like it. Water more so. Doesn't take effect as much as a regular drywall. I'd like to see that put in there, at least on the ceiling and that section.
where apparently we've
Yeah,
had
where we're
two
having
problems
water
in a row.
issues. That way we'll stop that. That's my
You agree with
suggestion.
that?
yeah.
Okay, you just ask Monroe for a quote?
I don't
Yeah,
care what you
yeah.
do.
I don't
You
have
do
any
quotes,
problem
I
with
don't care.
Okay, now this is a $64 question, and I don't wanna break any laws, but we need to decide, we can do that. You can get one quote for something if it's under $75,000.
Yeah.
I don't know how soon we can get a quote from them,
It's fine.
but then, I don't have any experience with that at all. They were pretty fast last time giving us
Yeah.
a quote. I guess that's gonna be how busy they are too. But we need to get it fixed pronto. We rent the building out, it's
Yeah.
rented out.
There's 2 other, when you talk about each one of those furnaces up there have a condensing unit.
Yes,
Okay. So that one is there, so who's to say the other one won't? So what
they're
we
hooked
need-
together.
So we need to get, in each one of those, if I recall, there's a pan in between there.
Yes,
And there's not no drain, there's not no plug from the drain, it just catches it and hopes it dries it up. or
that's the way they work.
Okay, we need, if we possible, we could plumb that pan itself down into that, so if that gets over full, it wouldn't actually continue on to whatever. The only way you ever find a problem is if you see water or damage, that's when we find it. And then, on that, so the plumbing on those would have to be different, for that. And, it's out of my league, so I think we need to get at least 2 or 3 quotes on that. I mean, it's
Okay,
different.
let's go
from
back to the
from
drywall, then I'll address that with
well,
you.
with Monroe, they don't do the heating and plumbing. I'm talking about the problem you were talking about earlier with the condensing unit.
yeah.
If we need to get on that, if we need to do a yearly deal on that, so we won't continue to do this, or do we need to go with a use of technology, you said?
There's several options. I started out this telling you that Craig and I are looking at some
Technology.
ways to solve this problem on the drainage there. I can't solve the freeze up if somebody leaves the doors open.
No, I can't even.
Where I was headed was, on our normal procedure, we would get quotes then, hopefully by the September meeting.
Yeah.
But who knows when the construction could be done.
Well, if
We couldn't approve
somebody,
a quote until September.
if somebody contacts, Monroe and they just say, oh, we're just buried for 6 months.
Go somewhere else.
Then just pass the word around and we'll give you some,
Okay, what I was wondering, would the board even consider saying if it's under so much money, do it and not wait for a board meeting for approval month to month to month? We've done that in the past with things.
I was just.
Or you wanna wait and
No,
make a
I
decision
wanna,
after?
no, here's something that's a problem also,
Okay, go.
and it's a safety issue, I think.
Is this a different issue or is this?
It pertains to the problem itself, getting up to
go ahead.
diagnose it.
Good.
That's just going up into the attic.
Go ahead.
You gotta get a ladder, drag it out and get up there and go up in that there, you know, and I've been up there several times, you know, off of there. But since we're gonna get this quote, if we could get a quote to where we could have a ladder drop down, to be more safe to where to try and drag a ladder out, you know,
Pull down
the
Yeah.
stair, that there. That was one of the requests that Craig had asked a long time ago, cause you gotta pull that ladder out and go up there.
I'm not opposed to that.
Could we add that in the quote? Is it
Well,
possible to do that?
I think we could probably ask it both ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either way, I don't care.
Well,
I just wanted to bring that up.
You have a
for
problem with
sake-
that?
No,
We'll ask it both ways,
Okay, I don't have a problem with it.
okay? Do you wanna make it to where we wait and decide on it, or you wanna say if it's under so much thousand? It's probably gonna be about the same as the last bill, from the damage I seen down there. And that last one was what, around 3,000, give or take?
3 to 4.
I'm guessing it's gonna be about the same repair job, and the ladder, plus the ladder if you do that. But we can find that out with two quotes, one with ladder, one with not.
well, it needs to be done. It needs to be done because we rent it
Does this
out.
board wanna approve, if the quote's under a certain amount, get it done?
Let's just do it this way. I'll make a motion to, if it's under, $5,000 and under, to get it done, okay?
And I got a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye,
That's on that
that
part.
passed.
Now, you said the other part of the ladder, are you going to do a separate thing on it? We'll find out
We'll
about
get
that.
two quotes,
That's-
and if it's under 5, we can
that-
just go ahead and do it.
I'm talking about mainly right now for that room, but we can know whatever and.
If you go up in the attic from that room, you're in the whole attic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're just
No?
in that spot where the
It's
furnace
closed
is
off?
at, yeah. Well,
Okay.
you gotta take stuff apart.
Well, I don't think we want a ladder thing out in it. Where else?
Is
do
there any
we-
lights up there?
Yeah.
Oh, there is, okay.
Well, what you do is you gotta, you gotta take this thing and pop that up, and then you gotta drag that ladder up there, and you gotta climb up there, and then you gotta get up in there, and then you gotta turn the light on.
Okay, Don, now to address your, how do we stop future problems?
Oh,
And, and Craig and I have talked about that and looked at things. Real quick, there are automatic systems that you can put on those drain lines, and a guy runs it with an iPhone. You don't even have to go up there. You put a chemical bottle up there, and it puts a chemical in there. I don't know what the chemical is, probably almost like a Drano or something that cleans that line out. And it can do it all on a monthly basis. Up to 6 months, the bottle will last. You can get bottles that will last 6 months. So you'd have to change it twice in 1 year. It would cost you about $130 to put the system in, and probably about $100 in the chemicals per year to run that. So you're talking about between $200 and $300. The other option is, and it's a lot cheaper, but you gotta physically, every once in a while, do it on your own. They make a valve system that you hook to those condenser lines at the furnace, where you shut it off where it goes to the pan, Don, and Greg, to the furnace, and attach a garden hose to it, which you could take up from that storage room up through your opening. You hook to it and you flush that system out with water pressure from the hose, which they have there.
Is
But
there,
it had to be done manually.
is there
I've done that
any
in mine.
heating and cooling company that, the town usually,
We've been getting quality plumbing and heating to work on those systems. QPH, they
Yeah.
call themselves.
well, you know me, we're still on camera, aren't we?
Sure, we are.
Yeah, yeah. You know
It's
me,
live.
I complain sometimes, you know, when we spend money, but something like that, I'm not opposed fixing it and fixing it right. You know, cause we're, you know, you just keep, fixing it over and over and over. It needs to be fixed and fixed right, so I make a motion to have quality heating and plumbing or a heating and plumbing company get up there and give us a quote to fix it, so we don't have to mess with it all the time.
With a treatment system or a flush system and
Give
I think,
give a quote, you know, both ways, and then get it fixed.
okay, I'm gonna bring up a couple logistic things.
Okay.
The chemical one that's automatic has to be run with an iPhone. We have no employees that have a town iPhone.
Then do the other one.
Craig agreed that he would put the app on his phone and it wouldn't be a problem. But it's an issue. It's not our phone.
We'll do away with that, just do.
The other system would cost us probably between $25 and $30 to install, and that would be it. But
Yeah.
you'd manually have to go up there with a hose and flush it out a couple of times a year, probably minimum. At no cost, except for, I guess, what water you use.
Yeah,
Air or water, either one.
This system would be for a garden hose to attach to it, and you open a valve and it flushes it out. And you can tell if it's flushing out, because if the water don't run, it's plugged.
Find out where it goes. I mean, that's.
We don't even know where it goes.
So you,
It's all
in order,
enclosed in a
in order
wall.
to see
or-
that, in order to see that, where you're, to either that system, either one, you have to plumb that down to, at least to the drain, or upstairs, come across to that drain where, there's, you know, drain your,
The
the
system,
drain,
the chemical system,
no, either one.
it starts at the furnace.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, but where you, it goes out for the condensing unit, it
And-
goes out in the
And
system.
the valve system.
But,
I
or you
talked
could
about,
run it down to the drain if you could actually
We
see.
can't, we don't even know where it goes. Craig
You'd
and
have to plumb it.
I got a schematic out and tried to find it, we can't find nothing.
I've been up there several times.
That, it's another problem, but that system was probably changed a couple of times because they kept having to cut money out, and that schematic we have may not show it. But it's there somewhere.
well, that goes to the contractor when they give you a quote, fix it and fix it right. We're tired of messing with it.
Yeah,
We're tired of messing with it. And you know, to fix some drywall and stuff, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a pop. You know,
yeah. The system I'm talking about is something that you can buy on Amazon. It is a residential, it classifies as a residential system. I don't know if like QPH, I don't even know if they have those kind of systems that they sell.
yeah,
They probably don't, because they wanna come out and flush your lines every month.
probably.
At this point, I would suggest to leave it up to Craig and what he can come up with, maybe he's happy with, and what's the cheapest route for the town.
He had a motion, but I don't
What,
know.
what was your motion? Did
Oh, heck, I
have
don't know.
QPH or something
Yeah,
like that?
QPH,
to
look and see
fix.
what that
Is
says.
there a second?
No, because I thought that was, I didn't have a second, because I thought that we were just gonna deal with,
Okay,
quote,
then
get a quote.
then there's no
Yeah.
second on that. My motion is to let Craig come up with what he thinks is
Sure,
acceptable
sure.
and cheapest way for the town for him to keep this from happening again on that drain. We can't, I'm not talking about the other thing, but the drain line, I think he can come up with a,
I'll
Good
second.
Wait, who motioned?
I motioned that,
Craig-
Wait, what about Greg's motion?
it died for lack of a second.
It's the same, it was the same thing, but a different, it wasn't really.
His
mine, it
wanted to
just-
go, he wanted to go to the QPH and have them do
Yeah.
his quote. My quote is
It's
for
kinda the
Craig,
same thing.
Craig to figure it out,
That's what I said.
what he's happy with, to try and keep the drain line, condensation line flowing at the community center with the method that he's happy and what's the best cost for the town.
And I second it.
Don second it, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody else have anything tonight?
No,
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's adjourned, Megan.